day 2 of being unemployed, if we count day 1 as a full day, the one only beforehand, where I was let go. So today we're about halfway through today, and I have been basically applying for jobs. Now, I've applied for jobs for a long time. I'm 36 now, and I'd started working when I was 16, 17. So 20 years nearly of applying for jobs, and I've had many jobs. I've had jobs, retail, and commercial and logistics and technology that we're in right now. And it's always like every time I do it, it's a different ball game. 3 or 4 years ago when I was creating my CV, it had to be pretty. It was a pretty CV to attract people's attention. But now I need to create a CV that AI can read and then digest to even get me to a person. So it doesn't need to be pretty. So I had to go through the whole process of rewriting my CV, my resume again, updating it with relevant things, adding projects that I worked on, things that I contributed, make sure I use the word I, not we, but I am a team player, the buzzwords, the important things. I did find a link to another content creator actually that makes really good sort of like CV type suggestions. I'll find a link, I'll post it either in the video here or I'll post it in the comments, one or the other. And I use that as a sort of like guide, and I built out my resume. And I've also seen now, I was only applying for jobs like last year before. So within the last 2 years, it's changed a lot. But now all I see is AI tools that will go and apply for jobs for me. So I apply for like 500 jobs in a day. I don't know how I feel about them. I'm sure they do work. My problem at the moment is still I see a lot of hallucinating, where I'm working in community project or just using AI as a daily. I still see things that are outdated. I have to make sure like the language is correct. It has to be written in Canadian English and use a Z in certain places instead of an S. And there's probably more overhead in proof checking what I'm sending than just doing it myself. I'll just do it myself. So I use LinkedIn typically as my go-to for job applications. And because I'm going to be doing it manually and because I am going to be doing it en masse, and by mass I mean I'm not going to be applying for 2 or 3 roles. I am applying for as many roles as I can physically do in a period of time. So we're 12 o'clock now. And I've hit 25 applications. So it's not a bad number, 25 applications. So I've got a spreadsheet that I have detailed everything in, which I can show you here. And I've put the job title, the link to the job description, and also the physical job description. Because what can happen is when you apply for jobs like this, you'll go through the process, you'll get an interview, you'll go click on the link, and the job is down. They've closed the job listing. Then you don't have a job description. Then you can't even remember what it is that you even applied for. So it's really important to actually make a mental note, make a real note, not a mental note, physical note, like a spreadsheet, of the job you've applied for and the description. Because you do not want to be caught off guard where they invite you along for an interview and you have no idea what you're talking about, including the job that you're actually applying for. So my goal for this afternoon is to do another 25. I'd like to do at least 50 applications this week. And then, that gives me what? I normally run on the odds of 1 to 2 in 100 will come back to me. I'll be interested to see if that'll be the case. I know that's kind of based on a previous experience, but times are changing and there's a lot of people that have been let go over the last several months or several years. So we'll see what happens. But again, I'll keep you posted, keep you updated. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comment. If there's anything that you think I might be able to help you out with if you're in the same sort of spot, or if you just want to, see what my workflow is like. I'm happy to talk about it as well. But fingers crossed, tomorrow is a new day, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Fingers crossed.